All right, folks, today's beginner's class, we're going to be working on some of our striking today, showing some good balance, our basic kicks, right? That's important for us to develop. We're going to also be working a little bit on our self-defense, Control 5, Control 6. Finally, we'll be wrapping up our discussion on courage for this month. Really important topic as we face challenges in our lives. So let's get started with some warm-ups and we'll jump into class from there. All right, now that we're ready to start class, we're going to get going with our warm-up. Right? Warm-up's super important to keep our body healthy, loosen up our muscles, loosen up our joints, get them ready to move without, injuring ourselves, right? So we're going to be doing 4 moves. Each one is 30 seconds, so pretty straightforward. We're going to start off with some jumping jacks. Ready, set, go. Right? So you do your jumping jacks, right? Make sure you're getting your hands up nice and high. Loosen up your shoulders, not just your feet. Elevate your heart rate a little bit. Get breathing, get moving. Right? Just keep going. Right? You go at your own speed. If you're ready to go faster, because you've already been active today, great. If you need to go a little bit slower, right? There's some modifications you can do for this. Right? Jumping jacks aren't the best for you, but that's okay. We're going to move on to the next thing. We're going to do some push-ups. Right? Now, a few different ways to do push-ups. Big thing on your push-up, make sure you get all the way down, chin or chest to the floor. Right, so we're gonna get started. Ready, set, and go. And as you do these, right, you may do it a couple different ways, right? I'm gonna cut in some video of other ways to do push-ups. The big goal as you do your push-ups, just make sure you get that full range of motion. So if you do maybe 5 to 10 of them with your legs straight, and then the rest with your legs bent, that's fine. The important thing is get that full range of motion and make sure you feel like it's a little bit of a challenge, but definitely something you can handle, right? And good. We're all done with push-ups. Ready to go for the next thing. We're going to be doing some knees with our back leg. Let me show you 1 or 2. It's just like a front kick, only I don't extend. I come up with my knee, and I come back. Come up with my knee, and come back. All right, so it doesn't matter which leg you do. Make sure you're using your back leg, though. Ready, set, and go. 30 seconds. It's helpful in martial arts to breathe out as you strike out. Helps you to generate more power. Also helps you to be more relaxed. Right? And because you're more relaxed, you're less likely to hurt yourself. Right? You get more repetitions in, so you're burning more calories, getting stronger. Really very valuable. So good. All right. Switch your legs. We're doing the exact same thing. We're kneeing with our back leg. Ready, set, and go. All right, now for some of these, I'm actually going to turn a little bit so you can see. Right, I'm not looking to be super aggressive. And because this is kind of warm up, I want to make sure that I have my base foot flat on the floor. I want to be stable, right? Especially if you're on a surface that you don't have 100% sure footing on, right? You don't want to go too high. You don't want to lean back. You don't want to challenge yourself. It's a warm-up. Good. All right, and that's 30 seconds of those knees. All right, so we're all done with warm-ups. Let's get into the main part of the class where we work on curriculum. All right, so we're going to get started with our beginner kicks that we need to be working on. There are 4 kicks that you work on as a beginner: front kick, roundhouse kick, axe kick, and lead leg side kick. We're going to be going through all 4 of those today, right? As we get started on our front kick, one of the things you have to do on your front kick to be eligible for promotion is make sure you keep your hands up. So for these first 10, really think about that. Ready? On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now I'm going to do 10 more. I'm going to turn to the side so you get a different point of view. For these 10, I want you to think about making sure that you're kicking at least as high as your stomach. That's another one of the requirements to be eligible for promotion or strike. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, now we're going to switch to the other leg. Third requirement that you'd be looking for promotion is that you keep your eyes on your target, right? So I'm going to be kicking towards the camera, so I'm going to be staring at the camera the whole time. 10 more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then final requirement for a white belt going to a yellow belt, when it comes to our front kicks, that we recover back after our kick. So make sure you're doing that for these last 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, switching things up, we're gonna go to the axe kick next. For the axe kick, it's basically the same requirements, right? Kick above your belt, keep your hands up, look where your target is, and recover your kick. We're gonna be doing 20 of these on each side. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And now we're going to turn to the side. Now, much like with our front kick, we have those requirements. But as a yellow belt, if we're trying to get promoted, we also have to have a little bit of speed, right? So if you're a yellow belt trying to get an orange belt, a little bit of energy is good. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see I'm kicking a little high, that's okay. 8, you don't have to. 9, 10. There's certainly no penalty in kicking a little too high, as long as you can maintain your footing. All right, next, axe kick, other side. You're gonna notice on this that there's a little bit of like an arc to my axe kick. It's not straight up, straight down. That's one of the requirements for a yellow belt going to orange belt as well. So your leg comes in and then comes a little bit out. So looks like this. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it's pretty subtle. 5 is not a big circle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, I'm gonna do 10 more facing the other side. Same idea, still recovering all these things. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right, so we've got the 2 simple kicks done, our front kick and our axe kick. Now we're going to transition into roundhouse kick. As we go to do a roundhouse kick, we don't have the same 4 things. We have hands up, eyes on target, kicking above our belt. The 4th thing we're thinking about is turning our base foot. Make sure it rotates, right? So do roundhouse kick, it turns, and I kick. Turn, and I kick. Now, as much as my base foot is turning, I'm still kicking straight. Right? My shoulder's turning, but I'm still looking straight. That's really important to have good form on your kick. 3 more. Turn your base foot. It can turn sideways, or it can turn even more than sideways, almost backwards is fine as well, right? But you don't want to under-rotate, because that's bad for your leg. It takes away all your power. Okay? So now we're going to do 10 more of those, right? You're going to turn to the side, so you got to look at it from this side. This foot's going to turn at least towards the camera, maybe even a little bit more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, okay. We got 2 legs, same thing the other side. So I do my roundhouse kick, remember, my foot's gonna turn, but my kick is gonna be straight that way. Ready? 1, right at the camera. 2, for you, maybe it's right at the screen. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we got 10 more. I'll do it facing this way. Ready? Watch that roundhouse kick. Shoulder turns, foot turns, head doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, coming up on our last kick, it's our lead leg side kick. All right, Now, as we start in a lead leg side kick, biggest challenge, using your lead leg. So I'm gonna do these sideways. The foot that's closest to your target is the foot that comes up and kicks out, right? These don't have to be particularly high. Belt height is perfect. Here we go. And 1, 2. Make sure you're using the correct leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm gonna do 10 more. When I do these, I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see. My foot is sideways, toes are sideways, right? So like this, that's a side kick. All right, so here we go, 10 of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, almost there. Last kick, last leg, right? Right leg side kick, you're gonna see, same idea, foot is sideways, I'm sorry. Left leg side kick for you folks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see the hands up. 10, keep the eyes on the target. Okay. Last detail I want to mention. When I go to do a lead leg side kick, this foot points backwards, right? So if I kick this way, this foot turns that way. The way you can do that is easy way. Step, turn it, then kick. Harder way, you kind of hop as you're kicking. As a beginner, you should probably do the easy way. Ready? 1, step, kick. 2, twist it, kick it. 3, twist it, kick it, and then reset back to fighting stance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Made it through our basic kicks. Let's get ready for what's next. For our second kicking drill today, you're gonna need a towel, right? And it could be a beach towel that's pretty folded up. It can be like a hand towel from a kitchen. Whatever it is, it should be something that's, you know, about this big. If you want to make it a little bit smaller, it gets harder. And if you make it bigger, it kind of gets easier for the activity that we're doing right now. I'm going to be doing this one. And what we're working on today is doing our kicks and keeping our head steady, right? So we're not going to have our head snap up and down or side to side as we go to do our strikes. We just want to be able to keep our head steady. And the way we're going to test that is we're going to put the towel right on top of our head like this, which is pretty sweet look if you ask me. And what you need to be able to do is you need to do your kick and come back without touching the towel or letting it fall down. Now, throughout the activity today, if your towel falls off your head, that's okay. You can stop and pause, right? Your goal is to be able to do 10 kicks where the towel does not fall off your head. So again, you can pause if it falls in the middle, pause, catch up. You can pause this now and do 10 and then move on to the next thing. But whatever it is, we set ourselves up. We're gonna do 10 front kicks off of, well, your right leg, my left leg. We're gonna kick straight ahead just like this. Ready? 1, and come back. 2, 3, you can see I'm keeping it steady. 4, 5, I'm gonna turn sideways for the next kick. 6, 7, 8, if you wanna make it harder, go faster. 9, I'll kick higher. 10, good. So if you're ahead of me, great. If you're behind me, that's okay. You can always pause to catch up. I'm gonna do the same thing, the other leg, kicking that way. 1, 2, 3. If you can kick higher than your belt, that's great. 4, 5, still keeping that balance. 6, see my head stays level. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, pretty good. We're moving on to axe kick. Axe kick is a lot like a front kick. It should feel almost the same. Maybe a little bit harder if you kick higher, but that's okay. Here we go. Axe kick, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The trick to this, 8 is to stay relaxed. 9, 10, be smooth, not strong, right? Very smooth movement. Do axe kick, I'll go this way, right? Here we go, and 1, kick, come back, 2, 3, and recover, 4, 5, 6, 7, remember, if it falls off, pick it up, 8, and pick it up the right way, 9, 10, fold it, put it back, right? Don't rush and put it on your head all looking weird. Okay, we got roundhouse kick. We're gonna be landing forward on our roundhouse kick and then stepping back. Quick review what that looks like. I do my roundhouse, and then I step back. Okay, we're gonna do 10 on each side. This is definitely the hardest of the 3 kicks we're doing today, so good luck with you doing this one. 1, and come back. 2, come back. 3, and come back. 4, come back. 5, and again, if you want to make it harder, kick higher. 6, or faster. 7, or both. 8, 9, you can also make it harder by folding the towel in. 10, good. I'll have to try that for these last ones. It's gonna be a little bit hard, but that's okay, I like it. I like a challenge. See, it's smaller now. Oh, easier to have it fall off. Ready, 1. Still kick and come back. 2, come back. 3, come back. 4, come back. 5, and come back. 6, and come back. 7, back, almost there. 8, oh, almost lost it, I felt it move. 9, whew, and 10. Okay, very nice. So that's a great way to challenge yourself to do your kicks. Be able to be relaxed, maintain your posture, right? Practice as much as you want, right? You can always pause and catch up or whatever, but we're gonna keep moving on to the next part of class. As we wrap up our discussion on courage this month, I want to talk to you a little bit about one of the most challenging parts of courage, which is kind of persisting in the face of adversity, right? Which is a lot of words that are complicated, and basically it means if you don't win on your first try, you keep going, right? Now, you know, trying something for the first time takes a lot of courage, right? Like, I don't know what this carrot is gonna taste like. I don't know if I want to eat it. I'll try it, Mom. And you do it, and then you're like, oh, wow, this is great. Give me another 40, right? You're excited, and you're like, yeah, I love carrots. But not everything works like that, right? Some things you're not gonna love right away, or you're not gonna be great at right away, right? And you've gotta kind of learn to do them, right? And one example that a lot of kids don't realize is that you were terrible at walking at one point, right? Might be like, I'm great at walking. What are you talking about? Said Sajab. Well, you weren't always. Babies can't walk. If you've ever seen a baby running around the house, it's a little weird, right? As they get a little bit older, it takes them months to learn how to walk. First, they gotta be able to roll over, and then they gotta be able to crawl, and then they gotta be able to kind of toddle around. That's why they're called toddlers. And then next, you know, they're running around the backyard like a lunatic, right? Like you might be doing. But it was a process that took years to get there, right? And along the way, they fell down and they struggled, and they never said, you know what? This walking thing's just not for me. I think I'm gonna go back and crawl a lot. No, they learned, and just like you did that whole process, right? You showed a lot of courage in learning that. And you're gonna need to have that courage as you try and become a black belt, as you try and, you know, complete a grade of school, right? As you try and do a big project, whatever it is. And one of the tricks to that is, you know, set a goal for yourself, right? Don't expect to be a black belt tomorrow. It ain't gonna happen, right? If you're in the beginner's class, it's gonna take you a while to get to be a black belt, right? So maybe your goal is, you know what? I'm gonna try and earn my stripe this month. That sounds like a much better goal than I'm gonna try and earn my black belt tomorrow, right? Because it's not gonna happen. It's gonna take some time to get there, and you need to have that courage to persist and keep going. So setting a little goal for yourself really, really helps. And think about what's an intelligent goal, right? A good guideline for someone who's trying to get a stripe is it usually takes like 6 to 8 classes to earn a stripe. So you might say to yourself, well, gee, I got a stripe 2 classes ago. Maybe I'll set the goal for myself of getting my stripe in 2 weeks, right? Or maybe in 3 weeks. I don't know how often you're going to be coming to class, right? So think about that. Create a little goal for yourself, and that will help you to maintain your courage. And then when you get that goal, you can be like, yeah, you know what? It was a little bit hard. I can get that one. Now let's get the next one, right? So that's a good trick for learning how to kind of create courage in yourself and overcome big obstacles, is to take those big obstacles, make them smaller obstacles. So like I said, take a second, think about what's your goal? When are you going to get your next stripe? When are you going to get your next belt? And if you need some help with that and trying to figure it out, ask one of the senseis to talk to you about it, and we'll help you set an intelligent goal. Don't just be like, black belt tomorrow, ruler of the universe Thursday. Probably not going to happen, all right? So let's keep that in mind. Go ahead and take a minute if you need to, pause the video, but otherwise we're going to keep moving on to the next part of class. So for this next drill, we're going to be using a towel again, and we're going to use this as kind of a point of reference as we do our self-defense. But for now, I'm just going to put that on the floor right in front of me, and you can put yours on the floor in front of you. We're going to start off with just a couple of quick reviews of brush, grab, back fist, right, which we've done before. We take one hand, we brush down, we grab, we back fist. We do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the other hand. Brush, grab, back fist, brush, grab, back fist. One more, brush, grab, back fist. It's a pretty simple technique. If you need to review it, feel free to do so, but we're going to move on to dodging and adding that in. What we're going to do now is we're using the towel as kind of a point of reference, right? We're going to dodge next to the towel. We don't want to stand on top of it. That's a bad sign. And we don't want to move straight away from it. We want to be next to it and facing towards the towel. Then we're going to brush, grab, back fist towards the screen. All right, so let's do it again. When we dodge, we face the towel. We brush, grab, back fist towards the screen. Do that side one more time. Dodge, facing towards the towel. Brush, grab, back fist. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Really important when you do this, when I dodge, and you might want to just watch this one, you brush with the hand that's closest to the screen so you can back fist towards the screen. Okay, so we're going to do that moving this way. Use this hand, brush, face towards the towel, brush, grab, back fist. Reset, dodge, brush, grab, back fist. Remember, this is a brush block, right? Where a person's punching at us, we're pushing their hand away, but it's kind of at an angle. So it's brushing down their arm, grab, and back fist. Okay, so when we do our self-defense techniques, Control 5 and Control 6 both start like this. One goes to one side, one goes to the other, right? So when you're moving this way, right, you're going to be doing control number 5. So you're going to dodge, brush, grab, back fist, and then take your other hand, punch towards the screen. Okay, so that's control number 5. We're going to do that 3 times. Ready? Control 5, dodge, brush, grab, and back fist. Okay. Again, when you dodge, you should be blocking with your left hand. I'm mirroring, so sometimes that confuses people. So you should be using your right hand. I apologize. Ready? Dodge, brush with your right hand, grab, back fist, and then punch with your left hand. All right, we're going to do that again. Ready? And right, left, right, left. Right. One more time doing control number 5. Again, right, left, right, left. Okay, so that was control number 5. Now we're going to do control number 6. We go the other direction. We go left, right, left, and we're going to grab, and we're going to kick with the leg that's closest to the screen. Boom. And we're doing like a roundhouse kick, and we'd be kicking our partner in the back of the knee, but we don't have a partner today. All we got is a towel. Okay? So again, we're going this way. Dodge out of the way. Brush grab, back fist, grab. When we're doing this grab, I'm twisting a little bit. My arms are not crossed, right? And then I kick the back of the leg. Right? So we're going to do that again. Remember, control 6 has got 6 moves in it. 1 is dodge, 2 is brush, 3 is grab, 4 is back fist, 5 is grab again, 6 is kick. Right? As compared to control number 5, which we're about to do now, hopefully you remember it, where we 1 dodge, 2 brush, 3 grab, 4 back fist, 5 punch. Okay. So we're almost done. We've done pretty well. We've gotten like the basic gist of this. what we're gonna do now is if I say 5, you should do control number 5. If I say 6, you should do control number 6. Make sure you move the correct direction. I'm gonna go kind of slow. In a perfect world, you can beat me as I do the movement. You finish it before me because you don't have to copy me. If you find yourself having to copy me, that's okay, that's part of the learning process, but that's not what we want in terms of really knowing it. Okay, so we're starting from here. Let's do 5. Hopefully you got it. 5. 6. 6. 5. I got a little faster there. 5. 5. 6. 6. Okay. So that's a good little activity. You can use the towel to kind of know that you're always kind of facing towards the towel. You're dodging quickly. You're using the correct hand. If you need to, you can go back and rewind this and practice as much as you need. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving on with class. All right, folks, so we're going to be doing a little end with balance challenge. Now, there's actually going to be 4 different ways you can try and do this. You get to pick whichever level you want, and you get 3 tries to try and beat it. Once you beat one of the levels, you're good. You can end the video and move on, right? So here are the 4 different options. I want you to try each and every one of these. Right, first one is you just stand on one foot with your foot up in the air, right? It can be anywhere you want, okay? It can move around, it doesn't matter, okay? That was easy, I hope. If it wasn't easy, well, that's probably the one for you to do. Second one, a little bit harder. We're gonna do the same thing, except we're going to just keep our foot stuck to our knee like this, okay? Again, a little bit harder than the last one, but not by much. If it's a challenge for you, that's probably the right one for you to be trying, at least for your first couple times in this game. Next one, we're going to be doing it where we bring our knee up to our chest and give it a hug, right? Now you can see this is a little bit harder even for me, right? Just hold it for 30 seconds, definitely a little bit more challenging. One of the keys here is 2 hands on your knee. You can't let go with one hand, makes it a little bit easier to balance, but it's cheating, okay? So don't cheat. Last one, right? 4th one, definitely the hardest one, is when you get into like a Superman stance. For those of you who don't know how a Superman stance works, you stand on one leg, you get your chest nice and low as your hips, and you keep your foot up nice and high, and you hold it. You can put your hands wherever you want, because Superman flies in all sorts of different shapes, sizes, right? Because he's Superman, he can do whatever he wants. Superman, okay. So you're gonna pick whichever one of those you wanna do. You get 3 tries. If you put your foot down and you fall down, you lose on that try, come back again. We're gonna give you 3 chances at 30 seconds. If you wanna try it some more afterwards, you can always rewind or set your own timer. Right, so ready? I'll show you the first one. I'll show you the easiest one first in case you want to do that one. Ready, set, go. And you just got to stand on one foot for 30 seconds. Now normally I might say to you like, hey, in class, if you put your foot down, do you give up or do you get up? Right? We would say, hey, we get up. But for today, since it's a challenge, if you put your foot down, just stop and rest. Right? Much easier if you show focus as you do this. So look at one thing, so you don't move around too much, right? Try and look at something that doesn't move, right? Like furniture. All right, that's 30 seconds. If you made it, great. If you didn't make it, less great. That's okay, right? Because we got 2 more tries, right? Shake at your leg if you need to. If you want to do this a second time, you can, right? But you don't have to. Next one, I'm gonna show foot on knee, and we're gonna go for 30 seconds, right? Hold it again. Much easier if you look at one thing that doesn't move. I wouldn't even look at the TV screen or the iPad, whatever you're watching on. I would look at something like a doorknob, right? Hopefully no one comes in your room. Right? Just stare at that one thing, don't move. Try and make it for 30 seconds. You can put your hands out for balance if you need to. If you can keep them in, that's even better. We just gotta make it for 30 seconds. Show your good focus. All right, that's 30 seconds, that one. Okay, second chance. If you made it and you want to leave, you're good. You can go. If you want to try a harder version, you can absolutely do that. It's extra credit, not required. Okay. All right, going to the third turn. Right, I'm gonna be grabbing my leg with 2 hands. Right, I'm gonna make sure my timer actually starts this time. Ready, set, and go. Grab, hold on with 2, try and balance. Now this is our last chance, so if you don't make it on this one, that's okay. Right, you can either say, I'll get it next time, right, or you can practice by yourself, right, until you get it. Just set a timer for 30 seconds. A good way to use that timer, just watch a commercial. You can see sideways, my knee is up high, fighting for balance. A few more seconds, and time. All right, so if you made it, fantastic. If not, like I said, feel free to practice, or just come back next time that we're in class. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.